Hey everybody, I'm back with Michael Rosigliano. Man, he's a writer and director out of New York City. Did a film called The Brooklyn Banker, man. It's cool, it's cool, it's cool. That's all I want to say. I don't want to waste time with him. He promised me like half an hour, and he's giving me all his time right now, and I really appreciate that. But Mikey, the bottom line is, this is what I got as a professional actor, and being in the business for as long as I have, and the Miles Davis people, being around them all my life. I've been around all cool backgrounds. Thanks, Vinny. Where you been? This is get one of my guys that chats in. Vinny, say hi to Michael. All right, you got a question for him? Ask. But we know it takes. I don't want to. I want to do a small synopsis, but I want to tell you some of my feelings on this. I like the Italian American good feeling that I got. I mean, being an Italian guy, being an Italian American guy, I got a good feeling because, if I may say, Michael, just on one part, I don't have to give away a lot of things, but, you know, even when he's kissing the grandpa, and there's a lot of things where we say things in Italian, but we say things in English, I had that warm feeling. I felt it. And it was very comfortable, laid back, and the actors did not push. The parts were not pushed like we had to create these parts. They seemed very natural. Go ahead.
Well, I tell you something. That scene you're talking about with David Proval, where he's with his granddaughter and his father. You know, that was, in my mind, you know, at that time, Williamsburg was starting to change. It was very Italian, and then you had these different ethnicities moving in at the time. And you know, you have a guy who's like Manny, who's played by David Proval, who's a local heavy.
Yes.
You know, he has an idea of how to maintain order.
Yeah.
And what loyalty is about. And even though it's this distorted view, you know, he still goes back to his daughter's house, and he still kisses his father, and he still, you know, cleans his granddaughter's ears like my grandmother used to do to me.
And me too. I don't mean to interrupt. And me too. And to go over and mangiare, you know, you got to go over and you got to eat. It's very warm.
You got to eat. That's right.
It's very warm.
After that scene was shot, just a little backstory. After that scene was shot, David Proval was crying, and Federico Castelluccio was crying. The director and our lead actor were both crying after that scene was shot. That's how touching it was for everyone there.
Because I feel if I feel the emotions, I'm a Leo, I'm an emotional guy, but I feel the emotions coming from the scene, especially as an actor, and I guess I can relate to it. And I think a lot of people will be able to relate to what goes on there and see our heritage. Let me ask you some other ones here where we got some questions. Thanks you guys for jumping in. Jose Fernando, thank you for giving me your name. First time viewer, cool show. Nice to meet you, Joey. Jose, nice to meet you. Say hi to Michael Rosigliano. Okay? Alright, he could be your next consigliere. Gabish. Alright, Vinny, where do you watch the movie? Please, Michael, tell them right now where they can grab this movie, and not on the slide, but where they can buy the movie and watch it, because I'm telling you, friends and fans, go ahead.
It's on, if you go to the website brooklynbanker.com, it has all the right now all the video on demand outlets. So it's Google Play, Hulu, Amazon, iTunes, Comcast, Time Warner Cable, Voodoo, and a couple of others, but they're all listed right there. But you know, most people know iTunes and Amazon. In demand, it's on in demand, so it's on most of the platforms right now.
Right. Okay. So please, friends, fans of mine and Michael's, right now, check it out. I'm not going to lead you down the wrong path. All right. We've talked to 25 super connected guys over the last what's it's been since April. All right. But now we got a nice wise guy movie with a flavor of that. But like Michael told me, he said, Joey, It's not a Goodfellas, and I want to bring that up. It's not. But then I had to watch it to see where he was coming from. You have the warmth of the way we grew up. I like that one part in there with no ledgers. This guy's like a banker. He's got numbers in his head. If they had that now, forget about it. They'd be making a ton of money because you don't walk around with nothing. He's got it all up here.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? I think that what you said really is the essence of the movie. It really is, I think, the way it was back then for the people living in Williamsburg. It wasn't, it really is from that point of view of a legitimate guy who just wants to, he just wants to make his way. He wants to, do right by his family. And, he's got this father-in-law played by Paul Sorvino, who's always, he said, well, I thought this was good for us. And he said, well, no, it's not good for us. Well, what do you want to do now? I mean, it's almost comical. It's almost comical.
Right, he's getting pulled in that direction. Then you got the feds on top of you. I don't like to give things away, but I want to warm up my audience to what's going on. I got to tell you this, man, very, very important in this third segment that we're doing. And I'm glad you're hanging around, man. I know you got to go probably to court or whatever you do. I don't know. That's a joke. But anyway, to me, I got the Sundance Film Festival vibe, but not all the way. I got the film vibe too, but you know how those Sundance Film Festivals are, and the way it moves, and your lead character, I don't know him personally. Maybe someday I'd like to meet him. Wonderful job. Wonderful job. I give him props and I give him respect. Paul Sorvino, I don't need to say anything else, all right? Okay? The other guys you got filling the spots, real nice job. No one has to really work as an actor. It seems like it's natural. And to me, as an actor and a professional, it feels like something that goes on around my house all the time. You know what I'm saying? So.
Well, I'll tell you, Joe. I mean, the next movie we make, God willing, you're there with us. But the fact of the matter is, I'm friends with all these guys.
I know.
Artie Pasquale, David Clavell, I talk to him once a week. John Bianco, Federico. It's very much on set, was very much like an Italian family. That, guys would bring in some prosciutto, some guys would bring in mozzarella, and we would sit and we'd eat and we had a great time. We had no issues on set where there were any egos or anything because, we all genuinely liked being with each other. Because I think a lot of us come from the same type of background.
We do.
Growing up as an Italian American and having that warmth that you feel, if you grew up in that household in Brooklyn or Staten Island or the Bronx or wherever it is, that's the kind of feeling I had towards these guys. So I stay in contact with them to this day. And it's great.
Dude, and that's what it's all about. Living in Hollywood 25 years and, shaking that 8x10 left and right, and now, a reality show changes everything. But, I was working it. They don't get just our background, our heritage, and everyone's got their own. But being on the set, I would feel that same vibe too. And that's what I got from the film. I want you all to watch it. Check it out. Trust me, you won't be let down. All right? I got a few more here. I love it. The banker, the banker is, the numbers are just like no big deal. The kid, all the characters, wonderful job with the characters. I just hope that people will, maybe it's one of those ones that maybe moves a little slow, but they'll kind of catch on to it and see what's going on. Did you kind of agree?
It's a lot. You're right, Joe. It's a much more type of. I guess you really need to invest in the story. Of what's going on. And
right.
It's just that's the one thing is if you can invest in the story itself, you'll really find it to be very rewarding.
Right, and I want to just say, some of my fans, Michael Rosigliano, writer, producer of the Brooklyn Banker. Go check it out and see where you can watch it right now. Michael had told me it'll be out on Netflix. Federico, I would love to meet you down the road through Victor. I'd like to meet a lot of you guys. I thought you did a wonderful job, and I'll respect you. I just want to read. Jill is saying, forget about it. That's nice. Well, sometimes forget about it means this. Sometimes forget about it means that. All right, we won't go into that. And Jose just saw all your archives. Guess I got some catching up to do. Lots to watch. Jose, thank you, and thank you for using your real name. I'm Joey Ciccone. You're watching the Joey Ciccone Show Connected, live from Las Vegas, World Center of Broadcast Media. I'm here every Friday, 11 to noon. I bring in the best of the best, the real deal. Ask anybody. They have to vouch for me. And right here is a gentleman that did me a favor by coming on. Michael, we love you. We're going to come back with our last segment and tie things up. And
Joey, thank you very much. I really appreciate you having me on.
I'm a happy guy, but wait, can you stay for 10 more?
I can. You know what? Yeah, I can stay for 10 more, Joe.
We love you, baby. Awesome show, Joey. Carmela, I love you. Carmela, you're back with us. Vinny and Fletch is here. Joey Ciccone, I'll be right back.